Have you ever wished you could simplify your daily tasks with just a bit of AI magic? In this video, I'll show you 3 beginner-friendly AI workflows that you can set up in Make.com, which used to be known as Integromat, in just minutes. Whether you're handling emails, or creating social media content, or even managing customer queries. Whatever it is, these workflows will save you time and effort. The first workflow will allow you to summarize new emails that come into your inbox and send the information to Slack. And what it does is it watches for new emails that come in your inbox. And as soon as that happens, it sends the email body to a text generation AI, think OpenAI or ChatGPT. Then this receives a concise summary. We take the summary and we post it in a specific Slack channel. And this is useful for a number of reasons, mostly because you are able to quickly review the key points from any email that comes in without opening each one, which means that you will be able to stay on top of all the important information that's coming into your inbox and really focus on what matters. You're not getting distracted and taking time out of your day to answer emails that aren't that important. And this is how you might want to set it up. So if we jump to my screen here, the first thing you want to do is connect your email connect the email module in Make.com to whatever email provider you are using. In my case, I'm just going to connect it to my Gmail here. And this gives us a number of filters and settings that we can choose. We can choose the folder. So let's say it's something in my inbox. I can mark the message as read when it's fetched, so yes or no. The filter type can be simple or even a Gmail specific filter. And if you click here, you can get all the types of searches and the operators that you can use here. So let's go with simple here. Criteria can be on all emails. You can monitor for specific email addresses or from specific emails. It can be from a specific date or before a specific date. You can have a specific subject. So let's say we have a subject called "This is important." So anything that comes into our inbox with that subject will trigger this automation when it runs. And we can get the number of email results that would be picked up by Make.com. So then what we want to do is essentially grab the email contents and summarize them. So here I'm going to use ChatGPT. So all I'm going to do is create a completion here. And I'm just going to say, this is an email, or these are the contents of an email. So I'm just choose a model here. And I'm going to remove that. And all I'm going to do is say, this is the contents of an email. Your job is to summarize contents in 3 to 6 bullet points, email content. And I'm just going to pass the text content from that. The final step would be to connect to Slack, in this case, and output the result in a specific channel. So here, if I go to create a message, I can choose this channel ID manually or from a list. And let's say I want to output this in general. And here I'm just going to output the result from ChatGPT. And one final thing before we test this out is I'm just going to say or ensure that whatever is outputted is the actual stuff. We don't want to get stuff like, this is your email summary. We want it to get straight to the point. So all I'm going to do is say rules. Let me just close this off. That's straight to the point. The first item you output should be to show a bullet point item. What else? Can say use a matter of fact language. Output in FK level 4. So I want it to be simple in nature. Gonna hit OK. And in order to make this work, let's just go to ChatGPT and just say draft complex email from a customer that's not happy with the results he's getting from our recently installed, I don't know, air conditioning system. I'm also going to open up my inbox here, so I'll be able to send the email with the subject line that we defined, which was, this is important, I believe. This is important. So what I'm going to do is put the subject line as that. I'm going to send the email to myself. And if I go to ChatGPT here, yeah, it's a very long email. So this will be great to also see how this will be summarized in like an FK level 4 language. There is a company, installed by your team last week. These are the problems. Please address the stuff. Best regards, unhappy client. Boom. Okay, so let's go back to make, run this automation, hit run once, and now in this case, okay, apparently I had something else called this is important. 19th May 2020. Nice. Let's run this again. And okay, interesting. I will have to go back and see what email was called this is important in 2020. So let's call this is important 2025. And now if I were to run this, it should not be able to find anything. Great. So it stopped because it didn't find anything. So I'm just going to send this email with the updated subject line. So now if I run this, I should be able to grab that information. Great. I'm also going to open up Slack in the meantime. So it will be over there. So here we got the email where the text content is the stuff that we just created. We got the information from ChatGPT. The client is unhappy with the AC system due to one thing, they are disappointed. They request the technician to inspect the system and they expect a response within a specified time frame. Awesome. So now if I go to my Slack, what I'm expecting in my Slack channel is that information. So let's see if that actually worked. So here I chose my general channel. Yep. And now here. So these were from the emails from 2020. But now if we look here, we get the client is unhappy with the air conditioning system. They're disappointed. They request the technician and they expect a response. So this essentially just grabbed the information from an email with a specific subject line and summarized it and then sent it to our Slack. So this is doing exactly what we wanted to do. The next automation that I wanted to show you is all about Google Sheets. So this will watch for new rows in a Google Sheet or Airtable, and then uses AI to transform the row's text, for example, a product's details, into a catchy caption. Then it can also automatically post or schedule captions on your chosen social media channel. This is useful for a number of things. Number one, it speeds up the content creation process. It allows you to generate engaging social media copy effortlessly. This also saves you from having to brainstorm these captions manually. So this is how I would set it up. So first of all, if we switch back to our screen here, we need to watch for new rows in a Google Sheet. So just for simplicity's sake, we're going to go to sheets.new. And I'm just going to say, what was it? Caption. Let's see. So what we want is that as soon as something comes into our Google Sheet, we get this transformed. So the text can be anything. Let's go with, product details. Product details. And here we have final caption. So that's all we want to do. So I'm just going to go to Amazon. And yeah, let's find something random here. So basic men's thermal underwear. And I'm just going to copy the stuff and save it in my clipboard for now. So what we want is that as soon as we get product details inserted here, we are able to generate a final caption. So going back into Make here, we're going to go to Sheets. We're going to, let's say, watch new rows. We're going to insert our sheet ID manually. We choose the sheet name, which is sheet 1. It contains headers, and we want to get, let's say we get 2 pieces of information. So let's choose manually, just so we see. Okay, it's saying that there's nothing available. So let's see if we can make this work. Run this. This hasn't found anything, obviously, because yeah, it's the headers. So what I'm gonna do is insert the stuff there, and let's run this one more time. So let's hit run. And now we get the product details. Awesome. So when we have new rows, what we want is an OpenAI module. So I'm just clone this here. That transforms the product information right here into a final caption. And let's say we're going for Instagram final caption here. Obviously, this can be changed to any type of social network that you are using. So summarize the contents of this product description and use the info to generate an Instagram post. Use captions and make it very engaging. Obviously, you can make the prompt better, right? So spend some time and make the prompt do exactly what you want. Here's the product info. And I'm just going to pass along the product details right here. So summary the contents, great. And then what I'm going to do is in Google Sheets, I'm going to update a row. The path of the spreadsheet will be the one that we passed in already. The sheet name again will be called sheet 1. The row number will be this right here. We're going to go column A to Z, which is enough. And we're just going to output the result, or we're just going to put the outputted result from ChatGPT into row B. So now if I choose where to start and again choose the column that we have, save and run once, what I'm expecting is that this Instagram final caption will get populated in a second. So waiting. And as you can see, this populated the column called Instagram post. So we have stay warm, stay cool. It gives us some benefits here, gives us information about the price available in black and blue. So get all the information from that product description. If I were to insert another product here, Pandora's jewelry box for women. So let's grab that. Let's actually just grab the title of this, so we can see what this will do with limited information. So I'm just going to run this again, and it should pick up the new stuff, which it did here. And if we go back here, we get the Instagram post that's ready to go. So this was the second type of quick automation that you can build in just 5 minutes to turn a product post into Instagram captions, into any type of social media type of copy. You do this effortlessly. You don't have to brainstorm manually what you're going to say. So number 3 will be the ability to translate a customer query and store it in a database. So essentially what this does is that it monitors a customer support tool. Think about something like Zendesk or Gmail. And when you get different messages in different languages, it's able to translate them into English or your preferred language. And it logs both the original content and the translated copy into a database, Google Sheets or table. This is useful because it enables quick response to any type of customers, global or local. It keeps a searchable record of all the queries that came in, and it allows you to quickly sort through and search as needed. So in order to set this up, I'll go back to my screen here. We're going to, again, copy or clone this module here. And I'm going to move the trigger right here. And let's now change customer querying. This is important. So this will be the subject line for our email. So let me just paste this into the subject line. I'm going to choose my email, and what I'm going to do is go back to ChatGPT here, and I'm going to say, imagine you're creating content, or no, scratch that. Imagine you're creating a email that a customer sent in French because he's not happy about the book he just ordered from our publishing company last week. He is very angry because the book arrived torn. Create the email. So now we should be able to get an email in French. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to grab the email. We're going to translate it into English, and we're going to store the French version, the English version, and potentially even the email reply that we can then review before sending. So here we have the email. We just grab that and paste it into my email, into my Gmail here. Again, the subject line will be the thing that will allow me to start this automation. So this can be anything. It can be any email. Anything that allows you to know that this is a customer support email. So what I'm going to do here is the following. So I'm going to just grab the stuff here. And then I'm going to essentially Google Sheet, and I'm going to add a row. And let's just use the same sheet as an example. And we're going to call this customer queries with that ID. So if I go back here, I'm going to enter manually, paste that in, and this will be sheet 1. Column range will be A to Z. And here let's put original query, English version, potential response. So we'll be able to log all that. Okay. So we can hit OK there. So here we're just going to get all the emails that come in with this specific subject line. What we want to do here is potentially output this in JSON because we want to use one ChatGPT module to output multiple results. So I'm just going to say, you are an expert at dealing with customer support. The customers will send emails in multiple languages, and your job is twofold, full stop. The first is to translate the email into English, and then to provide a response that is courteous and thinks about the customer's needs first, full stop. Output in JSON using the following model. And what I'm going to say is the following. So translated to English. Then I'm going to say potential, or I'm going to say response. So this should give us two outputs within the same module. Only, let's say, the first output character should be that, nothing else. Again, you can take your time, you can make this much better. My aim is to show you automations that you can build in less than 5 minutes and make them happen so you can get started very quickly. All I need to do now is say email in international language. I will also say or have a message that defines the language of the email, but let's just keep things simple. So now technically, if I go here, and here I'm just going to output the text contents, so the original email. Then what I need to do here is run this once for now because I want to basically be able to map the output as needed. So I'm going to send the email. I'm going to run this once, so this should be able to pick it up. And then we'll see the output that ChatGPT gives us. So here's the result. We got translated to English, and we got the response. We'll also have the response be in the original language. So the email that the customer sent was this right here. So now we go here, we can do the following. This will be the translated to English, and this will be the response. So I'm going to hit OK. And what I'm going to do in my email inbox is send the email one more time to myself with the same subject line. So I'm going to reply to myself. I'm going to grab the same subject line. Actually, let me just send the email one more time. So subject line, customer query, and bear with me. And I'm just going to hit send. So now, if I were to run this once, it should grab the new email, which has the text content in French. It's now translating that to English like so. It has provided a response. Also here, you should now get all the information, as needed. So let me just open that up for a bit. I have the original French email. I have the translated version. I have the response right there. So as you can see, that is doing its specific job. So essentially, by using these 3 quick make automations, you're able to solve real practical day-to-day business things that take a lot of time if you were to do them manually, and get to the point much quicker. So customers are dealt with quicker. You can focus on things that move the lever and not get bogged down to these specific things. And it's a win-win for everyone involved. So if you found this video useful, first of all, hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And check out the links in the description for more information on how I can help you with AI and automation in your business. I'll speak to you in the next video.